Continuous line drawing is a fascinating art technique where the pen never leaves the paper from start to finish. Imagine your pen tip is taking a leisurely stroll through your sketch, tracing outlines, shapes, and details in one fluid journey. It's about embracing the flow of drawing without interruption, connecting every part of your subject with a single, unbroken line. This method does wonders for your observation skills. It forces you to really look at your subject to understand how different parts connect and relate to each other. You'll find yourself noticing details you might have overlooked before. Continuous line drawing also teaches you to think ahead, planning your path as you go. Creatively, it's a liberating experience. There's an element of unpredictability and spontaneity as you can't erase or redo lines. This encourages a more expressive, abstract style where imperfections are not just accepted, but actually celebrated. It's an excellent way to break free from the urge of perfection, allowing your creativity to flow unhindered in your sketchbook. It's not about getting it perfect. It's about seeing, understanding, and expressing in a fluid, uninterrupted manner. The creative challenge of this exercise lies in how you interpret the space around you. It's not about replicating every detail, but capturing the essence of the room in a way that's unique to your perspective. So before you draw, take a moment to observe, choose your room before you bring it to life on paper in your sketchbook. And before you start, take a moment to observe the room. Notice how different objects relate to each other, how they're positioned. Start with an element of the room that catches your eye. It could be a piece of furniture, a window, or any focal point. From here, let your pen start moving, tracing the outlines and shapes as you see them. The key is to let your drawing evolve naturally from one object to the other, keeping your pen in constant contact with the paper. The continuous line technique is about fluidity and connection. Your line will weave across the page, connecting different elements of the room. This might feel challenging at first, especially when you're used to lifting your pen between strokes. But stick with it, and you'll soon appreciate the rhythm and flow of this unique drawing style. As you move your pen, embrace the limitations and freedoms of this technique. Your line will twist and turn, loop back on itself, and create new shapes and forms. This is all part of the continuous line drawing's charm. As you navigate your way through the room with your pen, focus on capturing the essential elements that make up the space. It's not about getting every detail, it's about the overall feel and flow of the room. Your line might first outline the sofa, curve up to sketch a lamp, then wander across to a bookshelf. It's a dance of your pen across the paper, capturing the essence of a room. Remember, your line is like a storyteller, moving from one object to the other, creating a narrative of the space. It might overlap in places or take unexpected turns, then that's perfectly fine. These overlaps and turns add character to your drawing, creating a sense of depth and dimension. Embrace the flow of the process. If your line goes off in a direction you didn't intend to, just go with it and recorrect it. It's these moments that often lead to the most interesting parts of a continuous line drawing. They're a reflection of your unique style and perspective. Throughout this process, keep your movements relaxed and fluid. Allow your hand to move freely, letting the pen glide across the paper. This is your artistic journey through the room, and there's no right or wrong way to navigate it. As you practice continuous line drawing, here are some tips to help you maintain the flow, handle complex areas, and manage proportions in your artwork. The first thing is maintaining flow. The key to a successful continuous line drawing is keeping the line moving. Even when you're not sure what to do next, keep your pen moving, even if it's just in small loops or gentle curves. This helps maintain the rhythm and fluidity of your line. Second, navigating complex areas. When you encounter a complex part of a room, like a cluttered bookshelf or an intricately patterned rug, simplify. Look for the basic shapes and forms that make up these different complex areas. You don't need to capture every detail. Instead, aim to convey the overall essence of what you're looking at. Third is about managing proportions. It can be challenging to keep proportions accurate in a continuous line drawing, and that's okay. Focus on relative sizing, how one object in the room relates in size to another. If something ends up larger or smaller than intended, use it to your artistic advantage. It can add an interesting, exaggerated perspective to your drawing. Fourth is pausing and planning. While your pen shouldn't leave the paper, you can always pause if you need to think about your next move. Take these moments to plan your route through the drawing, especially when transitioning from one object to the other. And my fifth and final tip for you is, of course, embrace imperfections. Continuous line drawings are inherently imperfect, and that's part of their charm. Embrace any quirks or unexpected turns in your line, and just know that these imperfections add character and uniqueness to your work. Continuous line drawing is as much about the journey as it is about the final product. It's an exercise in seeing, understanding, and interpreting the world around you in a fluid, unbroken line. So enjoy the process and let your creativity flow. And as you bring your continuous line drawing to a close, take a moment to appreciate your creation. Every twist and turn of your line has contributed to a unique representation of the room, one that only you could have created. Your drawing is more than just a sketch, it's a feat and challenge where you captured an entire space in a single flowing line. Reflect on your experience with this drawing. How did it feel to let your pen roam freely across the paper? What challenges did you face? How did you overcome them? This reflection is a vital part of your artistic growth, helping you to understand your style and how you approach drawing. Each continuous line drawing you create will be different, reflecting not just the subject you've chosen, but also your mood, style, and perspective at the moment. Embrace this diversity in your work. It's what makes each piece special and a true reflection of your artistic journey. And continuous line drawing is just one of the many paths we'll take to discover the endless possibilities of expression within the pages of your sketchbook. Each technique we explore is a new adventure, a new way to see through your sketchbook. So stay tuned for my next video where we'll experiment with another interesting and creative drawing method. We'll be exploring different parts of the world of abstract art, breaking down conventional forms to create something uniquely expressive. So if you like this video, hit the thumbs up. And if you want to see more videos like this, please subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching.